beginning to create too much dust, so I created this little compartment with pieces of cardboard to keep the dust to a minimum. So hopefully that'll work better. The last time when I did the fantastic vent, I had much more room to work with, and I had a bigger box underneath, and I had things to catch the dust. Over here it's a little small area, so I hope this will work. I'm now ready to go on top and cut the hole, but before I do that, you can see there I taped a small box over the hole. This way it prevents any metal shavings from falling inside the van. Those could be very sharp, and I don't want to cut myself, so I do that, and then I'll do this one. Alright, before I start cutting with a saw, I want to use this bigger drill bit to drill a hole so that the saw can fit in there. This hole is too small, so let's start one right here. The whole problem that I didn't anticipate was this thing here. I can't turn, so I'm going to have to finesse this around, see if I can cut it in different ways. So here's something I just learned. paint like this melts right through a plastic cup. I almost had paint all over my van. I'm glad I had a piece of plywood underneath the cup and I was able to catch it in time. But as you can see, the vent fits perfectly in the hole that I made. Also fits in the other one. Now the next step in the process is the way I'm going to do it. This is the weeping hole right here, or the drainage hole. Okay, if any water gets in here, it'll drain that way. And I'm facing that hole towards the side of the van. Okay, that's the front, and I'm facing it towards the side. The reason I'm doing that is because the van, from the middle this way it pitches out, from the middle that way it pitches out that way. So sometimes the van is parked leaning forward, so if I had the hole in the front, it would be draining towards the front. But if I had the van inclined back and the hole is facing the front, then any water would just stay there. The same with the back. So most likely, if the van is more or less level, or if it's pitching forward or back, it should come out the side. This is the lowest place right here. So I did the same with the other side. And this is what it looks like from the inside. Alright, I have these cables right here. I put a mark right there where these cables are coming out from the side of the vent. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this vent out. I'm going to cut a little notch in the foam there, so these wires can fit there a little better, because this is really tight the way they designed this. And then I'm going to get a rod, I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to drill through the foam to this side. Okay, right here. I'm going to drill through the foam this way, and I'm going to come out the side right there, in case I want to have this fan powered. Don't have to have it powered, but just in case I do, I want to do that. Alright, there's a little notch, and now I have room for the cable there. Now I'm going to poke a hole in there. Okay, so before I use the rod to drill a hole through the foam up to this point over here, I have to cut a hole here, just a small hole, so I can fish the wire through. This wire in this hole will be inside this this compartment that I have here with the door, so it'll be out of the way and hidden. When I did my fantastic vent right there, I run the wire to the right side and then inside that cabinet right there. When I did that, I had room right over here. I think one of these things was opened or something, so I had room between the plywood and the side of the van to fish the wire through. Over here I don't have that, so I'm going to have to poke a hole right here, and that should be good enough. Alright, so I ended up cutting the hole right there instead of over here, because it's more out of the way, more in the corner, and I had this little notch here in the middle, so I just utilize that, and it's a little, makes it a little bigger, and I don't have to cut as much wood there. So now the challenge is to aim the rod from there to here. Oh, fuck.